Hi everyone, welcome back to Numinosophy Academy. I was thinking about what a kind of fun video idea would be, and I thought it might be interesting to interview my wife and ask her some questions about Mormonism. Like myself, she has also never been a Mormon. In fact, I don't think she's ever met a Mormon. She, has no knowledge of the church beyond basically what I've talked about. She's never read anything about Mormonism. She's never watched anything about Mormonism. Just, a consequence of being married to me is you just kind of pick up odd bits of information about what Mormonism is. And so knowing that, and knowing that I think her knowledge of Mormonism would stand up to scrutiny, I thought it would just be interesting just to throw a few kind of, random questions at her and see what her reaction, her response would be. So, on to that interview. Right, are you ready?
Sure.
All right, the Book of Mormon. What is the Book of Mormon?
It's Mormon scriptures written by Joseph Smith, supposedly from gold plates.
All right, anything else you want to say about the Book of Mormon? What do you think is in the Book of Mormon? What do you understand to be in it?
It's got some bits of the Bible that he's rewritten, and then it's lots of visions, there's stories about Joseph Smith, or is that Doctrine and Covenants? I don't know what's in the Book of Mormon particularly. Okay,
so when you think about Mormons, right, do you think of them as being Christians?
Probably not, but maybe. I don't know. I wouldn't list Mormons among a list of Christian denominations like Catholic, Baptist, Anglican, Episcopalian, Mormon. The Mormons wouldn't make it into that list.
Why?
I don't know. I just don't. I think of them as more separate because they believe more weird stuff that's extra.
How do you think the Mormons or the Latter-day Saints think of God?
As a white man who has a wife and has a world in heaven as well as this world. But I know they think he is all the omnis, but also physical.
Okay. All right, what about the Trinity? Do you think Mormons believe in the Trinity?
I don't know, because I don't know if Mormons believe in the Spirit.
But the whole idea of 3 and 1?
I don't know. I'd guess no.
Okay, what about, what's your understanding of eternal marriage? Can you explain what you think eternal marriage is?
It's when you are sealed to somebody in the temple, and that means that after you die, you're still married in heaven, which means that you live together as a little married couple on the man's planet, because I think only men get planets. And then you can have little spirit children of your own when you're gods. But you're always married forever and ever. But you can be no, maybe not.
Do you think if you're a good little Mormon you get a planet?
Yeah.
Yeah, yes. Okay. What about temples then? What do you think temples are used for?
Temples are like cathedrals. It's where the important stuff happens. You get married at temples, I think.
All right. Anything else?
I don't know. Stuff. Sealing, funerals, receiving, what's the thing they call blessings? Endowments. That happens in temples, doesn't it?
Alright, and what is that?
It's where you get your white underwear.
Alright, brilliant. Alright, going back to the eternal marriage then, do you think that's a good idea? Do you want to be in an eternal marriage?
No.
That's fine, I'll take that as a no. Whatever.
No, it seems weird because it just seems really complicated. Because, what happens to families? Because I guess your kids will then also get married, so you've just got lots of little couples, and then the people who aren't married are by themselves, and they're sad because they're not as good. And it just seems weird. And, I don't know.
What do you make of the claim that there are still prophets living today?
It's kind of weird. I mean, I guess you could draw parallels with the Pope being connected to God and being able to speak what God's thinking. But the fact that it's just passed down to the little next old man in line seems weird. Yeah, it's a bit strange. They have too much power.
There's the idea that new scripture can, in theory, be added to the canon, right? You can continuously add to Doctrine and Covenants, for example. What's your thoughts on there being new scripture that's kind of coming forth?
It seems quite an American idea. I guess it's like adding amendments to the Constitution. I mean, it's kind of weird because scriptures... I suppose it's because Mormonism's such a new religion. They're sort of still developing, whereas most religions, the scriptures are written so long ago that you can't really add to them now.
But do you think that's true? Don't you think, even if you take a mainline Christian denomination, don't you think it's changed a great deal just in the last century?
Yeah, but that's not because people are writing more scriptures. People have just changed their understanding of the scripture they already had. So I guess writing more scriptures all the time is just kind of legalizing the development in thinking.
Have you ever met a Mormon?
I don't think so. Not knowingly. Well, did they come to our door once, or was that Jehovah's Witnesses? I don't remember.
And what about these missionaries then? What do you make of them? You know, the two men coming to your door, white shirts, black ties. Do you have any thoughts about that?
It's probably very good for their confidence that they have that time where they're sort of forced to go out into the world and knock on doors and say, "Hi, have you known about Jesus?" Yeah, it's probably a good thing. I think it's probably fun for a lot of them, although I'm sure it's hellish for other people. I suppose it being something that they're sort of required to do is a bit strange, because especially if you're someone who's a bit more shy, then that would just be horrific. But I'm sure it's formative.
All right, what about the Bible? Do you think Mormons believe in the Bible?
Yes. But my impression is that they'd probably put the Book of Mormon over the Bible.
Okay. All right, that's all I've got. Thanks for playing. Congratulations.
Cool.
Cheers, everyone. Hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. Please do like this video for the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe, hit that bell so you don't miss out on future upcoming videos. Cheers again, and I will see you in the next one.